Yo, what's good, Clickings? My name is Lauren, and pretty much in today's video, we're just gonna have to ignore my chips nail polish. However, I thought that I would upgrade these lovely minifigs here. I didn't want this just to be an Ahsoka video, hence why I've included some other Star Wars figures. But yeah, so recently I've got some new parts to upgrade some of my minifigs, and I just thought I'd pretty much show them off in this video. I will list off where I got all the parts from for this video. To be honest, they're all pretty much from the same store, minus this Ahsoka's upgrade. So yeah, let's just get straight into the video. So I do have all of my parts just here, so let's go ahead and get the minifigures one by one, and I will show you my upgrades for them all. Okay, so starting off strong, we're going to start off with this Clone Wars Ahsoka just right here. So this is actually one of my first ever, well, this is one of the first Ahsokas that came out, actually the first one, and it comes with this Clone Wars style headpiece, which is absolutely fine. I like the style, however it's not for everyone, so I decided to buy from 5-Star Toys a custom head for Ahsoka. So it is fully custom printed, just because I wanted to see how the minifig would look with a different head, basically, because the Clone Wars style kind of scares me sometimes. So I have just got this headpiece just right here, which is literally just in the normal like minifig style, just to basically see how I feel if I switch it over, if I like it or not. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Okay, so here is how she looks now with her new headpiece. Honestly, I don't know how I feel. I feel like she's kind of lost a little bit of her charm. However, she does actually fit in with the other Padawan, with the other Ahsoka Padawan figures. Obviously there are some slight differences because this is an official Lego piece, whereas this is custom printed by 5-Star Toys. But I do quite like it quite a lot. But you guys will just have to let me know how you feel about it down below. But I do actually have another upgrade for this minifig, so let's get into it now. So my next upgrade for this minifig, I am going to take this knight here, which is one of this series minifigs, and I'm going to put the legs that come from this minifig onto this Ahsoka here, which is really scary because I don't want to break the leg. They're also not quite the same color, but they are the midi scale legs, and I just wanted to do this because I love the height that the Padawan Ahsoka has, which is just this one here, which is around the same age of this Ahsoka. So I just wanted to swap them just to see how it looks, basically. So let's go ahead and try do this. Okay, I'll be so honest with you, I'm too scared to actually change this Ahsoka's leg, so I am actually just going to take these spare brown legs that I do have and steal the joint pieces for them and put these legs onto the joint piece here. Okay, this is so difficult. Oh, okay, and now all that I need to do is just pop these legs straight onto here. There you go, and now they literally look basically the same. Let's go ahead and transfer her over, and here's how she looks now. I think she looks so much better, and she actually matches the correct height that she would be during this era. So here we go. There you go. I think that she looks quite cute though. I like it. She kind of has the same sassiness still with her face as how she was in the Clone Wars at this current era. I just have some legs just floating about now, so I'm just gonna put the legs onto here, and these, they kind of look goofy, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm just glad that I managed to do this little swap over here. Okay, and then moving on to my next upgrade, we have got this Sabine Wren here, which you can see her face just underneath there, and I'm actually gonna upgrade her arms. So I recently came across 5-Star Toys just randomly, and obviously I was searching through what stuff that they had, and I actually found some arms of Sabine Wren. So we have got them just here, and I'm just going to pretty much replace her arms with these new arms so that she has a bit more details within the minifigure, pretty much. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, they were actually surprisingly quite easy to just pop into place and take out. I just want to make sure that I don't accidentally crack the torso. Please don't be cracked. But there you go. They just have a bit more detail now. And now I just need to harvest the hands from her old arms and put them on the new one. Okay, let's quickly put her head and her helmet back on and see how it looks. Okay, so this is how she looks now. And honestly, I love the detail. I think it looks so much better. I just think that she looks more complete now, and I just think that she looks great. So that is my upgrade to Sabine. Let's get on to the next figure. Okay, so the next figure we've got another Ahsoka just here, and it is pretty much a very similar upgrade to the Sabine one, where I'm literally just gonna be swapping out the arms, which if I'm being totally honest, the next few might be very similar. Also, however, again from Firestar Toys, I picked up these arms just here just to add a bit more detail into my Ahsoka. So these are made for Padawan Ahsoka. The head that I showed before for my Clone Wars Ahsoka is not made for that one specifically. It's just an Ahsoka head. So yeah, let's go ahead and pop these arms on. Personally, you don't have to. I just like to take off the head and the helmet or hairpiece, whatever they have got on, just because I think it makes my life so much more easier when popping out the arms if there's no head in the way. So yeah, this is super easy to do though. Again, you just gotta make sure that you don't accidentally crack it. And then literally you just get the arms here and pop them in. If it wants to work, please. Oh, okay, and then there you go, the arms are added in, and again, same as before, we just gotta grab the hand pieces from the old arms and just replace them and put them into the new arms. And then boom, now we can just reassemble our Ahsoka real quick. I like her just on the more neutral face, and then put on a headpiece. And then again, we've just got a slightly more upgraded, more detailed Ahsoka just here, which I just think that she looks so much better. So yeah, let's get on to the next two minifigs, which are literally going to be the exact same, where I'm just going to swap out their arms to give them a little bit more detail. And then the next two minifigs that I do have here are the Clone Pilot, as well as a Sarge Ventress, which came in the V19 Torrent set, which I have recently just done a review on. So if you want to see the full review, please go ahead and watch it. And literally all that I have done is, again, I have bought a set from Firestar Toys, which actually came with two sets of arms built for the Clone Pilot and Sarge Ventress, and I'm just going to swap out both their arms just to give them a little bit more detail. I don't think that anything else on them actually needs the more detail, if I'm being completely honest. I think that the rest of their bodies are fine. The only thing that I would do wish is that a Sarge Ventress does have dual modded legs, but sadly she doesn't. I don't really know a way to fix that and still keep the like wrapping detail. So yeah, let's just go ahead and swap out their arms now, which, oh my goodness, she looks so much better already. So now let's just move our hands out of the way and then bring back in the Clone Pilot and do the exact same with him. Okay, that is all finished, and then I'm just gonna add back onto his head as well as his helmet. And then boom, I feel like they look so much better with their new arm printing. Sarge Ventress actually looks like she's wearing the correct top and not a vest with white arms, because her, like, don't get me wrong, her arms are white, but there's actually more wrapping on her arms than there was arm showing. Also, she literally had like a top with sleeves, so this just looks more accurate to what she looks like. And can I just say, Firestar Toys killed it with the coloring match. Like, I don't like, they look seamless. Like, I think that they look so good. If I didn't tell you that they were custom arms, I don't think you could be able to tell. Like, they look beautiful. They look like dual molded arms. Like, they look so good, and I'm so glad that I bought these upgrades for my minifigs. So let's get on to the final upgrade, and then I'm gonna line them all back up and then show you all of the upgrades that we've done today. Okay, and then for our final upgrade, it is actually for this Ahsoka that came in the Duel for Mandalore set that came with Darth Maul. And it is quite a simple upgrade, if I'm being completely honest. However, I just want to swap out her headpiece for this one here that I actually got from nexotoys.com whilst I was at the Brick Festival in Nottingham. So I actually bought this for, I want to say £1, £2. I bought it for quite cheap, to be honest. But however, I feel like this headpiece just matches up with the way that Ahsoka looked during this fight. And I feel like the head armor piece that gets added on to her headpiece looks so much better. And don't get me wrong, I love this headpiece so much. However, it just doesn't suit Ahsoka for this time period. I personally think that it just suits Ahsoka when she's in Rebels a bit more than when she's on the Battle for Mandalore. So I'm just going to swap it out for this piece here, which is a hard piece instead of a rubber piece, which I know is not for everyone's liking, but I just feel like this looks so much more like Ahsoka and how she does during the Clone Wars in this fight scene. So yeah, let's go ahead and go grab all of the minifigs and put them back out and show you how they all look now that they have been upgraded. Okay, so here are all of the minifigures here that have been upgraded today. So some of them were a bit more drastic than others. Some of them were literally just arm swaps. So these ones here, as well as this one, were all just arm swaps, whereas this one's had a headpiece swap, and then also this Ahsoka here has literally swapped their whole head and their leg for new legs. And I just think that they all look so much better, and I'm so happy that these are going to be going into my collection looking like like this because I love Ahsoka. For anyone that does not know, I feel like I mentioned that I love Ahsoka so much lately, but it's true, I do love Ahsoka. So I'm glad to upgrade all of these minifigs here, and it might not be a permanent thing, it might just be temporary, I'm unsure. But I also love Asajj Ventress, so I'm glad that she looks more accurate. And also I love Sabine Wren because it's Sabine Wren, you know. I just need to get a rangefinder for her. I literally don't have one, so I keep losing it. So she's just got helmet holes and nothing there. But yeah, I think that all these minifigs look so much better, and I cannot wait to upgrade more minifigs of mine in the future. So yeah, hopefully you all did enjoy this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Let me know if you've ever changed anything about your minifigs or upgraded them in any way. But yeah, my name has been Lauren. I will see you all in the next video. Bye!